the time being. Yeah, you can see the patterns, like how, like the last week's session we had, he showed the hair and the leaves, how it sings, and then the eye of the nebula and our eyes. And all his classes are scientifically approached, which will help you have deeper connection with yourself and with the nature. That will help you sink along. And we learn to coexist with the nature. That's the difference you make when you come to the Biovibe classes. That's beautiful. That's great. Thank you so much. And here we have the last week's recap on how we are going to break the barriers and the different names of energies and cosmos, and how we'll be syncing with the 5 elements of nature that is within us and outside, how we'll be in sync, and how we cohabit with universe. And of course, we had the Biovibe definitions here. It is your, and then we have the truth of Biovibe, because all that is truth. The Biovibe is very, it is the most important thing that you have to learn to keep ourselves in connection with the universe. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, can I take over?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Fantastic morning to every one of you on this 30th May 2021. I think with the situation outside, we still are able to be alive and then go ahead with this presentation. I'm very privileged, especially with the number of people down here right now. We are 6 people around here. So that itself is a good journey, because it's like, visiting 6 temples for me to see the God in the temples. So you're all beautiful souls in the form of divine. You're all here. So thank you very much for joining us. And in that way, even the 6 beautiful temples, if I can give the information and the sharing, I think that is more than enough for me to move forward for today's journey of life. So once again, to recap the thing, I have to let you know that what you believe need not be true, but what is true, you have to believe. For example, the best example I can give you is, in this universe, whether we like it or not, we all, are connected with some religion, some faith system, somewhere we are connected. But the situation is, what a faith, a particular faith, it could be a Christianity, Hinduism, Jainism, they have their own principles behind. They believe that system, but the other faith system may not believe in it. So sometimes what you believe need not be true. That is what I'm trying to tell. But what is true, you have to believe, is a very simple explanation, wherein we all know that the sun rises in the east, the rainwater is the purest water, and then the sea water is the salt water. So now this one, you come from any faith or any background, it doesn't matter. We all have to, understand that whether we believe it or not, that is the truth. So in that way, the message I want to give you is, Biovibes is the truth, because in my experience as of today, a lot of people, whomever I'm meeting in my day-to-day, when I talk about energy, the first thing they would do is, I don't believe in this. This is what they will be telling actually. But ultimately, just because they don't know that there is something called an energy around you and your cells are full of energy, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. So ultimately, what happens is, what you know is what you are actually. So in that way, in our journey of life, we all human beings, right from birth until we leave this planet Earth, we are learning some way or the other way, and picking up information on this planet Earth. In that, if we all can understand who we are, how the universe works inside us. As I've been telling you, that the outer universe and inner universe, both we have the same situations. So in that way, instead of looking at the outer universe and trying to go and learn it, if you can understand the inner universe, you will understand the outer universe automatically. So we don't need to separately go for a class and then become as a human being to learn that what is the outer universe. So first learn the inner universe. That becomes an easy task for you. In that way, for you to learn what is an inner universe, your energy field, your biovibes, this must be optimal. This is what I found the secret in my 16 years of journey in this situation called vibration, in this word called energy, in this word called wherein we all are surrounded by energy. So what I understood is without this energy around you, optimal and optimized, our journey of life is always in a chaotic situation. Now, why do I say that is in the 16 years of my journey with around 20,000 human beings who I have checked the energy fields, what I noticed was 80% of the people, they are all in the lower frequency. If you're on the lower frequency, it's like, the same something like your mobile phones, which I will be talking to you later. So what is happening is you all need to take into consideration energy plays a very important role. And especially if you're looking at, even we have a yoga master down here, Mr. Damru from India. Even to practice yoga, if your energy fields are good, the way you practice yoga becomes an easy solution, and then the body starts blending with your practices much more easily. So you need to understand the priority is should be there for your energy fields. Okay, but other than that, now we all need to understand that somehow we are all connected with each other. Now, if you're all connected to each other, the best example I can give you is we are connected with the living and non-living organisms. We are all connected, right? Now, in this, the best example I can give you is many times when you are visiting a particular, like for example, even now, uh, if I'm going to ask you, what is the color of the screen behind me? You will definitely tell it is a golden color. Or maybe if I ask you, what is the color of the shirt I am wearing? You will definitely tell it is purple color. Now, why is that? Because this, you already recorded the information in your brain that the color, golden color should be this. And what I'm asking is, what is the screen color? So you will be able to pick that information back from your memory and tell that it is golden color. So in that way, if you look at whether you like it or not, what is happening, your visual messages is picking up from the environment. You are seeing me, but surrounding me also, you are a. If, for example, maybe after a week or two, I'm going to ask you, you see a Buddha behind me there. Can you see there? That Buddha, what is the color of the Buddha? Probably in the next 2-3 weeks, you won't even know, but I'm going to ask you, means what you will tell, you will automatically tell it is green color, a fluorescent green, or maybe what is the statue behind me, you will tell me that it's Buddha. So what's happening is you are interacting. So the message I'm trying to give you is you are interacting without your knowledge and picking up the information and keeping it in your brain. Only thing is, when are you going to use it is when there is a necessity, you will bring it out from your brain to use that particular information in the form of experience. You will be using that memory, whatever you are stored it in. Now, on planet Earth, we can actually divide the thing into living and non-living. So you are considered as living human beings. So when you are considered as living human beings, how much of energy you should have? You should have good vibration. Now, on the other side, if you are taking a non-living beings, there are non-living beings. If you are talking about maybe the rocks, there are so many things we can say it is non-living. But on one side, when you see there is a living beings, they are having some form of energy. It could be plants, it could be animals. So what happens is they all have an energy around it. Now, in another example I can give you is a non-living situation. You can call it as a stone, right? Now, a stone is chipped out and then made into an idol. It can be a Ganesha statue, it can be a Subramanya statue, or it can be a Shiva statue. We chisel it out so that what happens, a beautiful statue comes in. Now, once a beautiful statue comes in, the particular stone is a non-living situation. But if you look at the vibration of this particular stone, There are naturally occurring stones, especially who they choose for idols. The energy will be very good. But there can be situation where there are stones and idols are made in terms of business. I would say you go to any shop, there are a lot of idols there, which will be just a stone there, but in the form of a Ganesha. But what will happen is when you go and check the energy of this particular statue, it will be zero vibration, means it's not giving any vibration. But here in the temple, what is happening is when you start chanting some mantras and when you start chanting the prayers, and then when you start doing abhishekam to these statues, what happens is automatically there is a vibration which is created in that particular deity and it becomes energized. Now, this is the secret of going to a temple is there is there is a statue or a deity which is fully charged. Okay, now, when it is fully charged, your job is you just go inside the temple and close your eyes and connect yourself to the deity. Very, very important. So, especially when you're going to a temple, the secret is you have to focus for that particular time. Maybe you're staying there for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. What you need to do is first, open your eyes, see the idol down in the main altar down there. After that, close your eyes and then connect your energies to that particular deity down there. And then you can ask for what you are looking for in this universe. It can be something to do with your finances. It can be something to do with your problems being solved. It doesn't matter. What happens is you get connected to the deity down there. Now the deity is automatically connected to the cosmic energy. It's a natural phenomena. Then automatically the universe, what will happen is whatever solution you're looking for, it will bring down to you and give it to you. So this is how a non-living object also, they bring it to life by doing a particular rituals, and then it becomes energized. So now you imagine you are keeping a small idol in your altar in your home. Now you need to convert that particular idol in your altar into a very beautiful divine positive energy. So it all depends on what you're thinking and what is that you're spreading the vibration in that particular house. That is what is the vibration of your altar it will be. So very, very important is if at all you want a very positive vibration, please give out a lot of positive vibration to the idol in your altars. This is a very, very important situation. And other than that, as far as possible in your home, do not talk anything unfavorable. That means to say you should be so very careful that whatever words you're releasing, it is there in your home. It's automatic actually. So if there is a house where is a lot of fighting going on, lot of unfavorable arguments going on in the particular house, what will happen? That kind of vibration is. So once that kind of vibration sets in, automatically there will be a losing of peace within you, and then automatically what will happen when there is no peace in that home? Automatically, what will happen? Your energy field starts going down. Your house energy will automatically go down. So this is what you all need to be very, very careful in your house. You have to convert it into a home. Home is a place where there is a lot of positive vibration, and that in turn will help you to get the positive. So home is a place where you need to have a lot of good vibration so that you spend most of your time, especially you're sleeping, your with your family, you need to have a lot of good vibration. So speak good things, listen to good things, then automatically exchange the words. There should be a lot of love and compassion and shared way among the family members and in the home, so that even a non-living object like your sofa set, your computers, your tables, your chairs, they absorb whatever energy you are giving. So this is where feng shui comes into a play, then your vastu comes into a play. All these are all what external, right? Now nothing will happen automatically. It is all you who have to create that situation so that it can work much more efficiently. Coming back to the living and non-living once again, if you look at the energy, go into the smallest form of energy is an atom. Okay, so what happens is you as a human being, we are called as a living energy mass engulfed by trillions of cells. This is so beautiful. So in your body, how many cells do you have? You have almost 50 trillion cells. And what is the good news? every second, whether you like it or not. Even though you're all sitting in your home and you're listening to me, but there can be situation you still can know what is happening to your child next to you, what your husband is talking. All this you can listen, right? That means you are still interacting. So this is the truth of our journey, is that every second, whether you like it or not, we all are actually interacting on this planet Earth. And now, being a living organism, we need to have a very good vibration. As I'm going through, I'm going to share a lot of information about this vibration, because it plays, you're a living being. But very sad to let you know that in my research of this 20,000 people, I found that 15% of the total number of 20,000 people, they all are vibrating at a very, very low vibration. You can call him, you can say that it is something like living dead human beings. They are all living here, but it's like a living dead situation, because their vibration is zero and they don't know what they are doing. Their life is in a full of mess. All these are happening because they didn't know that vibration plays a very, very important role in our life. Now, this is how I took this journey, and I'm looking at where I want to share this information. I want to give this information to the people so that you all run your life, know what is the secret of being in a good vibration, and start moving forward. As you're looking at being a living and a non-living, I repeat once again, being a living organism, you need to have a good vibration. You need to have a very high vibration. Because on the other side, if you take the animals, okay, in my research, what I found was most of the animals, most, I would say 90 to 99, 95 to 96% of the vibration which I checked of animals, they are all in good vibration. But there was one particular animal which I checked had a low vibration or a zero vibration. That was a bat. In Tamil they call vaval. In English it's called bat. Now bat had zero vibration. Now all those things, when I'm going detail step by step, I will be discussing how these are all plays a very important role in giving some information to us, and how do we need to. Now the vibration outside doesn't play important role, because you need to make your vibration so good that wherever you go, you need to become a beautiful soul of attracting the right vibration for you to function on this planet Earth. All right. Now, in that way, the next situation you all need to understand is, human beings, when we are born with good vibration, or I would say high vibration. I can show you any number of photographs wherein a newborn baby, when I go and check the vibration of any newborn, this I have done a research in my own hospital when I was working in 2006 to 2010. I used to go, a newborn baby comes, I will go down there and check the vibration of the baby. It will be minimum 15 to 18 inches vibration, very high vibration. That means to say, when you're all born on this planet Earth, you all have very good vibration. Okay, that means to say, when God sends you to this planet Earth to go and live and come back, he gives you a good vibration. That means there is no manufacturing defect in our being born on this planet Earth. We have a good vibration. And what I noticed in the initial stages of my research was a child who is born with good vibration, until the age of 5 years, they were all maintaining good vibration. But after the age of 5 years, what happened? They started losing the energies, because the parents started involving, the school started involving, and the mind started working on the outer universe, and then start working, picking up the information from the outer universe. So we all start becoming conditioned. Now, when you all have been born as a good vibration or optimal of 15 to 18 inches, my question to you all would be is, why is your vibration low now? So that means to say, there is something wrong somewhere. Now, other beautiful situation is, when a baby is born, the brain is very empty and the mind doesn't work. Now, when I say mind doesn't work, what do I mean? What do I mean is, for example, the first 3 months for a baby, it cannot see. It cannot see with its eyes, because the eyes starts developing inside to see the visual light, everything, by 3 months. Now, but the first 3 months, when you go and see the baby, probably when you give a smile to the baby will smile back to you. But you will be thinking that the baby is seeing you and smiling back to you. Now, the beauty is, the baby is actually picking up your vibration, and the vibration of the smile is transmitted onto the baby's aura or the vibration of the baby. It picks up the signals. Automatically, the baby will smile back. This is such a beautiful situation in the creation of God, wherein the baby knows that you are smiling. This is a beautiful situation. But of course, once the child, baby grows up after 3 months, for example, if a thief comes and stands before the child and he says, "Hi, baby, how are you? Hello." So what happens? The baby can respond back by seeing the person smile. Now, what happens is the baby will not understand that that particular person is a thief or a wrong person or a bad person. No, the baby will smile because this is how they are all unconditional. But what happens over a period of time? We as parents, the society, we will teach the child, hey, look, that man coming down, he's a bad person. He does all the wrong things. So we tell what is all wrong very beautifully to the children. And these children, when they start picking up, what happens is their mind is full of wrong things which is being recorded in them. So what happens? They will like to see the wrong in the person very fast, very easily. Anything anyone does, they will immediately recognize that. And you and I also are very smart in picking up the faults of others on this planet. Do you agree with me? Definitely you will agree with me because that's what we are all. But at the end of the day, we all need to understand that when the brain is empty, when you're born, what happens? As you're growing, you're able to pick up the information and the brain starts recording the information. So that means to say the brain is nothing but a hard disk for you. No. If the hard disk is there, what is the function of the hard disk? It's just taking in messages, recording. Do you think the hard disk will decide who is good, who is bad? No. The hard disk job is just recorded. So what is happening is whenever we give an information to a particular person, the information is picked up and then it is stored in the brain, right? So if you're going to tell the person this is something wrong, you cannot do it. So what happens? It stores in the brain. So what happens is next time when you want to do a particular thing, your mind, the memory will remind you saying that your parents have told you that this is what you have to be. If you do this, it's wrong. This is what the information is given to the brain and the brain will bring it out. And then what you will do, you will not do that particular thing. It can be right from the smoking to drinking alcohol to mingling with the wrong people on this earth. It doesn't matter. But what happens is that is what we all live. But a stage will come, you will notice that whatever we have stored in the brain, we need to rechange it. We need to, because most of the time it will be wrong. Many times this I have experienced, and I think you also would have experienced this. A person would be, they will tell that this person is a very bad person. But when time comes, you are in a difficult situation. You won't believe this same bad person whom the people told you is a bad person. He is the first person to come and help you in that difficult situation, and he will help you and he will go. But what your mind would have thought, this person is a bad person. But in many times, they are the one who will come and help you. So what is happening is, it's a very beautiful probe I would like to share is, one man's meat is another man's poison. One man's opinion is another man's bowl of rice. It can be anything. So in that way, what is happening is people can give 101 opinions, but ultimately you need to decide what is right, what is the one you need to practice, and what is the one you need to move forward. So in that way, if you see at birth, the information very important is we are all born with good vibration. So when you're all born with good vibration, why should you lose your vibration? You should not be losing until you're alive on this planet Earth. You should have good vibration only. How much should be the vibration? Minimum 15 inches plus. Now, all these I'm going to tell you in my next, when I'm going on, we will see when I'm going to show you all the measurements, everything I'll be sharing with you. Now, the next, very important. Do you agree with me that you are actually learning through your energy fields? You are actually. How do I say that is, many times you will go to a particular place. It can be a hospital, it can be a beautiful meditation center. So what is happening is there is a situation wherein you would be happy there, or you will be a little low, not feeling very happy there. Just give me 1 minute. I'm going to connect my laptop to the current. Just give me a minute. 1 second. 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. So what's happening is, so this is what is the information we are trying to share, picking up from the universe is all the time, it will be from the environment will pick it up. So when you're picking up the information, as I told you, as a parent, when you're speaking, what has happened? The child receives the information and then automatically it stores in the brain. So you all learn on this planet Earth through vibration only. This is a very important information you all need to understand. So you all pick up information through vibration. Now there can be auditory vibration, there can be touch vibration, there can be visual vibration, it can be any vibration. But ultimately it is a vibration. You pick it up and then it goes inside and then automatically it gets stored. Now just imagine yourself, if your vibration is supposed to be at 18 inches, that means it's fully wider. Now your vibration is very low, maybe 0 or below 5 inches, very low vibration. Do you think that you will be able to receive the information from the universe very sharply, very specifically? Would you be able to receive? Most of the times, no. Now this you would have seen, and I have seen, like there was one particular person who came yesterday to see me, and it so happened what day before yesterday, the same person came down, and then yesterday once again the person came back. Now what happened was the address I gave, the ways they put, but ultimately she couldn't get exactly to the place of my clinic here. Now what happened? She overshot and went in front, and there was another time she was just in another place, and then she was asking where am I. So I guided her back to my center, and even after guiding, she still was waiting in another place. Then finally I picked up and she came back. Now the important information I want to share was this particular person was vibrating at a low frequency. So what happened? When you're vibrating at a low frequency, the information what you're picking up, many a times you will not pick the right information and you will be in a confused state and you'll be always in a jittery state. And ultimately what will happen? You will be going on round and round and round in your life's journey, wherein you will not be able to do the right thing at the right time, at the right place. You will not be able to. You will miss a lot of opportunities in your life. So you want to have a good opportunity in your life. The first thing what you all need to understand is keep your vibration good and understand that we are all made up of energy and we are all interacting with this universe, be it human beings, be it animals, be it plants. It's through our vibration only we are all interacting. Now, in that way, what are we? This is a question I would be asking you. There are two pillars, two pillars of existence on this planet Earth. Would you mind answering on the chat box, showing me what exactly are these two situations wherein, the two pillars? What am I asking? If you can put the answer down there in the chat box, it would be great. I would appreciate that. Anybody? Okay. Anyway, let me go with the answers. It will be much more easier for you all to, but always it will be good that if you all can participate, it will be great, but no worries. What we will do is, let me go down and then start with my, so very important, but the most ignored, very, very important. The most ignored are two areas. Number one is your physical body. You ignore, most of us ignore our body. I would say totally, if you are looking at the percentage, it's only 5% of the world population who all are really uh, physical health concerned individuals, where they take care of their body so very well. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you are looking at what is the thing, it's something which you need to understand is your energy fields. These two are the pillars of your journey. Now just imagine your body is very healthy, your aura is very healthy, you need to have a healthy aura. What happens? There is something called spirit, or there is something called a soul inside your body, inside your temple. Don't you think when you are keeping these two, the main driver of your journey, who is your soul, don't you think the soul can do its job coming onto this planet Earth? Whatever job it's supposed to finish it, it will be able to finish it and move back. So now, from today onwards, you need to take care of your body. Physical body, taking care, you might go and take bath every day. That is on one side, very good. Number two, you can probably eat one of the best foods, organic foods, very good. That is another area. Maybe you are trying to go for regular exercise, yoga, all this you are doing. What is happening? You're taking care of your body. It's fantastic, isn't it? So once you start taking care of your body has a life cycle or a lifespan for it. Probably you're born, maybe you're going to live 70 years. So what will happen? There is a process called aging. Even though you and I can talk about anti-aging, how much ever you talk in planet Earth today, people are living 100 years is a big question mark. Living for 30, 40 years itself is a big question mark. So many people die very early. And with the diseases like corona and other situations, definitely we are all bombarded with all the problems outside. So what happens? Can you take care of your physical body and then so that you're able to live? It's like a vehicle, even a vehicle, you need to do the servicing for it, right? Only when you take care of your vehicle properly at the right time, you do the change in oil, brake pads, and probably fill in the petrol down there. All these, when you do, the car can be driven for nothing less than 10 years, 20 years. In fact, my Mercedes Benz, what I'm having is almost 32 years. Can you believe? It's a Mercedes Benz, but 32 years old. Fantastic. Even today, I started it will run because it's like my baby. What I do, any small problem, immediately I will go and solve it and then rectify it. Whatever amount, I have no problem. I will change it and I will see to that I take care of. Why? Because for whatever reason, even though the car is an inanimate object, but the moment it comes to you, it is a liability for you to take care of it. It is a liability. But most of us think that only when you produce your own children and only your husband and wife, your dad, mom, and your relations close net together, you are supposed to take care. Actually, it's something beyond. You are supposed to take care of your inanimate objects also. Now, coming back to the biovibes, can you believe this biovibes is so important? I picked up this information that it is so important after my research of almost 2000 human beings. When I checked, this is way back in 2008 or 2009. I found that this is something so important. You cannot ignore it. You need to keep your energy fields high. That is when, in fact, I brought a product which is called a bioenhancer in my company. Then even today I do have my bioenhancers which actually will help you to keep your energy fields high all the time. Okay, now coming back to the thing, the most ignored area is your body and your energy field. So these two, please see to that you take care. Now coming back to the next slide, what are you going to do? You need to understand that my question to you will be, our body is like a mobile phone is good enough. In a mobile phone, there are two important things you need to look at. One is your battery power, how much of battery is there. Number two, your line, how many bars are there. Okay. Now, for example, if your battery is 1 bar, of course you can speak, but within next few minutes, your battery will go down and your phone will switch off automatically, right? In the same way, if your line of whatever network you are connected to is 0 or maybe just 1 bar, you would have noticed that you cannot speak to the other person and communicate. You may not be able to receive the phone call, or you may not be able to send the phone call, give a call or send a message. Now, for a phone which is costing you from around $50 to $100 or 300 or $400, what's happening is battery plays an important role. Then your network line also plays a big role for it to function, right? In the same way, your body also needs two things to be very, very powerful all the time. Now, number one, battery power. Battery power is your physical body. Now, if you don't eat for too many number of days, what will happen? You will become weak. So you need energy, right? You all know that every cell, whatever food you eat, it gets converted to energy called ATP. It's an automatic process. Without you asking, the body will convert it energy. Now, if you have too much of glucose in your body, what the body will do is, if you are not doing regular exercise, your body will convert that glucose into fat. This you can see in a lot of people. The stomach is very big, the paunch and a pot belly. It's very big. Why it is so big? Because the fat from the liver, it will go throw it out into your stomach and then you start expanding. So what is happening is your glucose is converted into fat. But fat is supposed to be used as an emergency in case you need an energy. It's supposed to burn. Now, normally when you do a fasting and there is not much of energy from your food, what your body will do is it will pick the fat and convert it into energy. This is where if you go for fasting on a regular basis, you will notice that a person who is a very heavy weight or overweight, they can reduce the weight much more easily. But here are here very important medical sharing I would do is uh, if even if you're not eating properly and then you're going for a fasting, if your liver is not healthy, if your liver is not healthy, you will not be able to lose your body weight. Why? Because when your liver is the main factory wherein it will convert the glucose into an energy and then it will clear it up. Now, once the energy is converted, it is sent to the particular. So for that, what you need to do, you need to do proper exercise. So many of us would have noticed that you do proper exercise also, your weight still not reducing. So that means to say you need to assist your body by giving extra nutrition to your liver. So this is a physical battery bar. So your battery bar should be full. So if your battery bar is full, then automatically you can work, you can run, you can do all that. Now, keeping the battery bar optimal until your life on this planet Earth is very, very important. So if at all, if you are looking at the energy part, for example, you get an infection. It could be corona, it could be dengue fever, it could be a viral fever. What happens? When the organisms are inside your body needs a lot of energy for it to go and fight the viruses or bacteria. So what will happen? Everybody will go and fight, but you're not eating the right nutritious food and you're not supplying the energy to your body. What will happen? You will start becoming weak. Now, this is where doctors will put you on IV lines, some glucose, everything they'll give you, and then you will feel all right, nice and okay. So, in that way, what will happen is you need to take care of your body right from birth until you leave the body. Please take care of your body, physical body, by eating the proper diet, regular exercise. All these you need to do. Now coming to the network, okay. In the network, the best example I would give is the network is a God's network which is already there in the universe. So you don't need to pay money and then get connected to the universe. You don't need to do that because it's an existing one. It is free for you. Now, why I say it's free for you is, for example, you are thinking of a friend in USA. You just think of that particular person in USA. What will happen is in the next 5-10 minutes, that particular person will call up and say, "Hi, I was just thinking of you." And then you will say, "Hey, I was also thinking of you just 5 minutes ago and you're calling." So what happened? Your thinking, your thought patterns sent to the universe. The universe went down to that particular person and said, "Hey, this person is thinking of you." You get connected. So the moment you get connected, he calls you. Now, this is how your energy field needs to be optimal all the time. Very important. The moment it is optimal, what will happen is whatever you are thinking of your journey of life, it will start happening and you will be able to execute everything according to what you need to do. And then you will start working on that path of life and life becomes so easy. So here, on one side, you need to take care of your physical body, and another side, you definitely need to take care of your aura. So how big is your aura? You don't know, right? No issues. This is where we are there. I can check the energy and I can tell you how much is energy. But before I do that, for people who are going to join me in the future classes, you need to understand how much should be the vibration, what are the, so once I finish that, then only I'll be probably able to share my information with you on this particular level of energy. So saying this, I think today I'm going to close down here with this slide, and then the next week I would be coming down with the topic which I'm going to show you today will be the information is collected to this uh, five senses. The six senses is our rational thinking. This will be the topic I'm going to talk to you next week. And then from there, we will go a little more deeper and deeper, step by step, so that you can understand that energy is such a very, very important role it plays in our life. And then I want every one of you to be in good vibration, so that your life journey becomes so beautiful and we all live in peace and we all live a very harmonious life. And thank you very much for joining today. And I hope I have given you some beautiful information as of today. And I request Jayanti take over, and then probably what information you want to share, please share. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for the knowledgeable talk. Okay, now we will recap of today's section. Doctor was talking about how we learn about living and non-living energy. New birth, all babies have high vibes and interact with the universe with bio vibes only, and we all born with a good vibration. The third one will be human learn to through bio-vibe, which processed and stored in our brain. What are the two pillars of our existence on the planet, which is our body and bio-vibe, which we most ignore? And last but not least is the importance of our energy charge today for physical body and mind. Okay, let us know what is your part of experience today. Kindly share by unmute your mic to speak. We will call you your name by one. Mr. Upendra Acharya, you can
He is
start
Dr.
first.
Upendra. Jayanti, he is
Sorry,
Dr. Professor
Doctor
Upendra. Yes.
Dr.
He is a
Upendra
very, very
Acharya.
senior person and an experienced person in the field of medicine.
So you can unmute your mic and share about your experience today.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
Okay. No, that was a wonderful start on BioVibes, Dr. Prabhu.
Thank you, sir.
We have a long way to go, understanding vibration and how to be in tune with nature.
Yes.
As you said, we all come with high vibrations, but unfortunately, our negativity then takes over completely.
Yes.
And that is how we start losing our vibes.
True.
So it is so important, and particularly at this time when we are facing such a pandemic crisis,
True.
to stay positive and keep away from negativity. Because the moment we start vibrating at lower frequency, we are going to attract all the negative from the environment into us.
True.
So anyway, it was nice listening to you, and I look forward to further talks from you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, Mr. Dambaru Padak.
Patak ji.
Sir, you can unmute your mic.
His screen is not moving.
Listening now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
And after we are in born, they are in vibrations. When they are in father, they are in brain. All the disturbances come in here. When they are in giving in lot of negative vibrations, they are given. And this is good, this is bad, everything are given in there. This is, I think this is just like a very good.
Fantastic.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Patak. Mr. Lee, you can share your experience today. Kindly unmute your mic, please.
Mr. Lee has to introduce from where is he?
Mr. Lee, are you there?
Maybe
Mr.
you can
Lee?
go to...
Okay, we will move on. Miss Annie Kyung, kindly share your experience. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah, we
Annie,
can
very
hear
good
you.
morning.
Yeah.
to you.
Morning, Dr. Prabhu. Thank you.
Fantastic
Thanks
morning.
for the talk. But I'm actually on the road right now. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I will have to listen to your recording again.
Oh, all right, all right, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
No, Dr. Upendra, sir, I need to share Annie down here. She came in as a patient to me around a month ago, and she is a cancer survivor. and she got infected sometime in 2009, and now is almost 13 years. And once again, there is some situation where the cancer cells are they have restarted. So she is back here. So we are all doing the epigenetic correction for her. And what I saw in this beautiful soul was she is a go-getter and she is a survivor. In fact, recently doctors have told her that she may not survive for a long time. But she was telling me, why are they telling this, doctor? And I said, no, yeah, you need to live. So let's work together and let's move forward. So this is how. And then I assisted her in changing the vibration. This is the first thing I did for her, and then we are working on it. And I hope that this journey of changing the vibration, maybe will be helping her to move forward and live to the fullest on this planet Earth, and then complete her journey and then return back to the source.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Prabhu.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you. I'm really blessed to have you in my journey. Thank you so much.
Okay, next, Miss Leela.
Hey, Madam Leela just popped in, is it?
Yeah, I think
She was there.
I just saw her name. Miss Leela, if you're there, you can unmute your mic.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Leela.
Hi. Yeah, hi. Earlier I was there as Lee.
Oh,
Oh, you are Madam Lee. Yeah, Madam
Okay,
Lee,
okay.
welcome. No, I was wondering who is this Chinese already coming inside here. I've not invited anybody.
Okay. Doctor, it was so amazing that I've learned something new, and it's really, I would say, enhancing knowledge. And I really want to know more the vibrations, but I came in only halfway through. But whatever it is, from the energy slides, but it was awesome information that I'm learning.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Doctor.
Welcome, Leela. Now, the good news for every one of you is I wouldn't know how many classes, the modules I'll be going on like this to finish off the basic understanding of Biovibes. This is the first step I'm going to do. The second step will be modules in the form of classes. So it will be a series, something like a school, wherein I'm going to teach you like what we are going to do, how we are going to handle our energies. All this will be in a modular form, and it will be in a class form. So those things we are still working on. What would be the charges we need to do? All this we are all working on, but it will be a